ngombe ngaruke muri gurupe tubigire kabisa. Munapange kunsohokana fanta mwanyweye mwenyine nanjye mugire. Mm, yeah. Mm, okay. Sawa urakoze Betty. Mm. Okay. Sawa urakoze Betty.
bari muri Jenosake muri iki kitari cya Grand Prix. Reka tuvaho dusoreze muri shampiyona ya NBA bari barimo barakina muri kimwe cya kabiri cy'amakonferanse. Reka tuvaho dusoreze muri shampiyona bari barimo barakina muri kimwe cya kabiri cy'amakonferanse. Reka tuvaho
You say you love me, you are. You say you love me, you are. You say you love me, you are. Say you love me. Right. Say you love me. Right. Say you love me.
ukibitereka oggi turabura duhereza abahungu batereka shaka n'ibyiba ibyo ari byo byose si bishobora kurekura utuntu two tubashitari mu buryo make ahubwo si bishobora kurekura utuntu two tubashitari mu buryo make
Academy. It's match day 3 of the group stages. And it's very much crunch time as two North African giants clash. Morocco, the hosts, taking on Egypt. So Morocco and Egypt, both with a win and draw so far in Rabat. Now it is critical for both teams not to lose, although they can still be defeated and qualify for not just the knockout stage, but also, of great importance, the Under-17 FIFA World Cup. That's certainly a position that Morocco were under threat of not being in, given how their match was progressing against Ethiopia after drawing on the opening day with Tunisia. They were trailing to the Ethiopians, but the second half saw them turn it around. Mohamed Moustache getting an early equaliser, and then the 91st minute, Talai with a critical winner, and it's put them on course, they feel, for the knockout phase and going back to the Under-17 World Cup. Something that Egypt certainly want their own taste of, and they have put themselves in a strong position. They started with a goalless draw with Ethiopia, but came through, as Morocco did against that opponent, a 2-1 victory over Tunisia. On that occasion, they also came from a goal down. Gamal's penalty cancelling out Tabiti's earlier one in the first half. They also struck gold late. 89th minute winner from Amir Abu El Ez. And that sees the two sides locked on 4 points at the top of the group. Head-to-head is the deciding factor, which means there will be very interesting subplots to this match. Both sides can only go out if they lose and the team that they drew with wins. We'll keep abreast of all the permutations as and when we have live action. But simply put, win and the side is through, but a draw would take both sides into the knockout phase and into the Under-17 World Cup. Third place in the group will face a final playoff. The 4 third place teams split into 2 matches to fight the final 2 World Cup tickets. Well, interestingly, historically, despite being 2 giants of the senior game, these sides haven't been so successful at the underage editions. Morocco have only been getting stronger of late, but it's only in the last 2 editions where they've been on the podium, and of course, they are the defending champions when they hosted last year. Different story for Egypt. They were winners back in 1997 in Botswana, 4th in 2003, but since then they have not got out of the group stage, and they've only qualified twice, 2011 and in the last edition. So Morocco, of course, in front of their home crowd, on their home patch, and against one of their bitter rivals. But the young Pharaohs will hope to prove a point to the Atlas Cubs, and could, topping the group, yet be a big boost for Egypt. A draw would see Morocco top Group A, given they have a better goals scored. As head-to-head will be the first splitting of teams, and only after that would goal difference or goal score come into it. the two teams striding out onto the Mohammed sixth field. And it will now be the national anthems of both nations, Egypt and, of course, our hosts, Morocco. Fierce and proud anthems. And now it's all about the action fast approaching. One main change for Morocco's coach. And no great surprise that the man who scored the winner against Ethiopia, Imran Talai, has stepped in to the midfield. He replaces Walid Ibn Salah. He'll be alongside Bentaleb and Adidi. And as ever, Mohammed Mustache leading the line alongside his captain El Aoud and Rabaj. Tari at right back will have to be careful along with Ibn Salah if he comes on. A booking could see them out of a knockout phase match. Thiago Lima Pereira certainly hopeful that his side will continue where they left off in that second half against Ethiopia. Both sides drawing their first matches. And then a draw in their second as Abdul Salim Kasim takes charge of this affair. Going through the pre-match ritual. match referee from Nigeria, with assistance from his colleagues from Uganda and Tanzania. So for Egypt, main change is that they're looking for more of the same. Amir again in goal. The back four remains as it was. Be looking to Gamal again, try and get amongst the goals as they look to get one over their rivals Morocco, as the Atlas Cubs defeated Egypt in the qualifying tournament. So the defending champions and hosts, 4 points after 2 games, top on Group A, just on goal difference, ahead of Egypt. Also picked up 4 points. A draw will take them both through victory, and the loser will be sweating at what's happening in the other match. Of course, a draw in the other fixture between Tunisia and Ethiopia would mean the result here will not matter. Egypt get us underway at the Mohammed VI Academy. This tournament has been hosted. Festival of Football, they've called it here in Rabat. Well, the opening match for Morocco was played at the Stade Moulay Hassan, as will the semi-finals and final. Long looping ball. That's a confidence-boosting catch to start the match. Comfortably taken by the goalkeeper, Adam Ermash. Plenty of talking. There's certainly bragging rights at stake. The UNAF qualifying, Morocco beating Egypt 2-1. Numani and then Boudoufi, Bradel Allah have got an earlier equaliser. Morocco winning the UNAF group. Egypt second. Algeria also joining their North African neighbours. So Morocco do have the psychological edge. The tutelage, Portuguese Thiago Lima Pereira. An early chance for his young Atlas Cubs. The ball swung in high. Good clearance to the edge of the area, but Egypt struggling to clear their lines. The final effort there, bobbling well wide. There is the aforementioned Thiago Lima Pereira. Portugal under 19 international himself. But it was under 17s where he made 12 appearances, so he certainly, in his own playing days, knows plenty of this level. But a career was cut short for the 31-year-old. To look at his opposite, Hussein Abdel Latif, experienced Egyptian youth coach with Al Ali providing the backbone as this is swung in low. Pretty comfortable clearance. Certainly the Chelsea-owned Ibrahim Rabaj, who's got the looks of a young Messi. Certainly hope to have even half the career of the Argentine superstar. Has been extremely effective for the Chelsea under-18s. 10 matches in the last 2 seasons with 6 goals and 4 assists. Keep an eye on the 17-year-old wearing the exact number. Mentioned Al-Ali forming the backbone of this Egyptian side. 8 in total. Zamalek and International. Zamalek offering themselves and a few players plying their trade on the international scene. All easily cut out. The defending champions looking to make sure there's no early exit. Morocco reaching the quarterfinals of the Under-17 World Cup for a second edition in a row. Just their third, given first time they qualified was 2013. But as Moroccan football as a whole has been on the rise, so have they, although they couldn't emulate the Under-20 World Cup winning side. Going out to Brazil in the last 8. Well, Egypt, though, through their coach, hoping to take the Pharaohs to a stage World Cup, round of 32 last year in Qatar. 1997 was when they reached the quarterfinals. Rather that haven't had the greatest success. Of course, there was the unveiling of the qualifying for the senior under. A great challenge there, referee happy with that, but the captain back to his feet, but looking a little worse for wear. El Oud. Yes, the senior AFCON 2027 qualifying groups have been announced. Morocco, Gabon, Niger and Lesotho. Egypt will face Angola, Malawi and South Sudan. Will there be any players here that could hope to try and force some team manager to take a look? And of course, Morocco terms, looking forward to the World Cup with 3 of the 4 from 1998 being reunited. Morocco, Brazil and Scotland, along with Haiti. Opportunity for Rabaj to show his trickery and get his cross out though. Egypt think he came back off the winger. Officials agree. It'll be interesting in years to come. Mohamed Ouabi taking over Obaid Reagui as coach, who led the under-20 side to the world title in Chile. What might that mean? The youngsters trying to push their way into the picture. Too soon, of course, for World Cup upcoming. Youngsters always dream that they can make the step up sooner than later. Pereira talked about his side trying to control things. Certainly had an element of control, but the final ball letting them down again. So far, been a strong showing from Egypt's goalkeeper Malik Amir-Hassan. Being a clean sheet on match day 1. Of course, one concession to Tunisia. But ultimately, victory assured with both these teams scoring late 2-1 victories, which have given them the advantage in trying to progress. As things stand, both Morocco and Egypt will advance to the knockout phase. A place at the Under-17 World Cup. A long way to go. Still goalless so far between Tunisia and Ethiopia. Chance to deliver. They find better accuracy. Instead it goes low into midfield. Looking forward from the back. Rabaj takes it. It looked to be meant for another. There is on the ball. And Tari, the only one on a yellow card. Warning, tightrope being walked. Look to not miss out on the first knockout round. Raj offers short, but it goes long instead. Mohamed Moustache. Pressure on, it's picked up by Bentaleb. Ball round the corner. Egypt struggling to clear their lines. But while they didn't there, free kick, not the most surprising outcome. Imran Talai, one putting the pressure on. Mohamed Moustache, I think would have been offside anyway for the midfielder. It's a little bite of Safwat. Talai getting the injury time winner against Ethiopia on the books at Ajax Amsterdam. The Moroccan talent, France, Belgium and the Netherlands, and it's shown in clubs they're at. Mohamed Ali Zindi, the left back, represented Anderlecht. Adam Sudi, centre back, books at Toulouse. And now Mehdi Maimoul, who takes a scan of what's in front, looks for the big switch of play, but he get the height he wanted. Morocco happy to recycle with El Mash. Press from Egypt forces them to kick long. Mohamed Moustache tries to protect the ball, but he can't. Ball breaks for Rabaj. Cover. Clearance wasn't the best from Abdallah Amir. Elmo Karim. He ends it. Arrived at the feet of their number 10, Ahmed Safwat. El Jasiri. Key attacking threats. Safwat. The book at the Knights of Zamalek. Down the line by Gamal Atia. Morocco now, well, forced back is Tari. Nice on a 1-2. And then tried to cut back. Both teams fully committed. A little bit of uppies on the head. Eventually ruled that Nian Adidi and managed to keep it in. Scored in the draw against Tunisia. Send it here with an Egypt throw. Gamal Atia. Gamal down the line. It's a lovely ball back inside. Really good exchange, and now Suleiman wants to make a shooting angle, but he plays it off. So unfortunate. Mr. Fortsman, El Said just couldn't keep it close enough to get his shot away, although the flag has belatedly gone up. Does look to be a pretty clear decision. Morocco might have been happy enough to play on. Free kick opportunity for Egypt. Saw one go nowhere really for Morocco earlier. Battering into each other, Abdelhaim. Well, Mokadim. The fullback. Al-Khadim certainly come off the worst. Little bit of concern. Like, to take this will be Mohamed Gamal Atia. Hoping no major problems for Amir. Attention given out. An opportunity to deliver from the set piece opportunity. Ball swung in, straight into the grateful hands of Al-Nash. Looking for a quick ball out. Frustrating opportunity missed for the young Pharaohs. Space to work it. Rabaj wanted it right. Instead, well cut out by giving away cheaply. Morocco come again. Anywhere will do, but it doesn't get very far. Egypt is looking to test the back line. They do look a little bit hurried, but in the end, Ahmed Suleiman penalised for the foul. Good strength from Adam Sudi. Rabaj plucks it out of the sky beautifully, and then the first time ball is a good one, and the finish is quality. Magic from Morocco. And they take the lead in the battle of the North African giants. The home crowd certainly enjoyed that. And what magic. What a touch this is from Chelsea's Rabaj. And then first time releases Moustache. And after scoring the equaliser against Ethiopia on Matchday 2, he struck the opener in the group's final match. Early on, Morocco heading for top of Group A and a place at the Under-17 World Cup. Well, Ravage wants his side to keep their heads. They're now just checking if Moustache was onside. That's why Ravage knew he had to play quickly. The goal is given. Well, what a bit of magic from Ravage and Moustache, making sure that it paid dividends. The Moroccan Messi showing that it's not just his look that's got people excited. London-born youngster. Wonder, given Chelsea's strategy, promoting youth, with Xabi Alonso taking over in the summer. What will be the path for Ravage as Egypt look to hit back? They do win it back on the edge of the area. It's clipped into the back post and it's just behind. It could have been an opportunity to equalise. Really well recycled. Then clipped forward. That's beautifully taken on the chest, waiting for his El Said. Dummies the cross. Now he takes it out. Header away, but only as far as Solomon. Now with Gamal skipping through. Big challenge from Sudi. Just as Gamal Attia is looking to pull the trigger. Great footwork. Sudi, really strapped knee and all. Fully committed. They're looking for marking. Almash until he comes and collects. And now Morocco on the break. Ravage wants the switch. It's held on for. It's now released. Here's the young man they've all come to see. It's the target. That's straight at Amir. Egypt just want to make sure things don't get out of hand. At the moment, it's okay for the young Pharaohs' defeat. Could yet still see them through. Tunisia and Ethiopia currently still goalless, which means Egypt would join Morocco in the knockout phase. Again. The ball turned over, the flag might come up this time, but for now we'll play on. Moustache tries it across. Excellent clearance, but now flag will go up given the play. The attack have ended. He's really shown excellent aptitude to run off the ball. Moustache. Now 2 for this under-17 AFCON. This, as we see, perfectly timed for Ravage to find him. Here's the keeper coming, just slotted it under. Cool as you like. So he joins Yassine Abed of Algeria and Razaki Mbaya Lendi with 2 goals in the tournament. It's the 3 best scorers in this early stage. The clearance is completed. Making sure bigger threat. Sudi about to exchange with Mamour. Just a bit of a concern for one of their teammates. Zimbi pushing high up the field, but the Anderlecht youngster stayed down for the moment. Well, he is going to get treatment. Whether they're going to have to look to their bench. So a reminder, the top two in each group, not just qualifying for the quarterfinals, but an automatic place at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Qatar 2026. Now an annual event along with this AFCON Under-17. More chances for young talent to develop, particularly at the international level. Under-20 World Cup remaining. That's the continental tournaments as well at 2 years. More opportunities for the Under-17 to really get in the international groove. So far it's Morocco who are getting stronger and stronger as the competition proceeds. Hussein Abdel Latif will be hoping his Egyptian side can ride the storm a little. They did trail to Morocco in qualifying for hitting back with a leveler, only losing by 2-1. But they're just struggling at the moment to keep tabs. Moustache, good strength, drives it across. It could have been the header at the back post for the captain, El Aoud. Tucking in brilliantly, Salem getting it away. Launch long. Egypt lacking a little bit of confidence. Clarity of thought. Seen plenty of that so far from Morocco. Certainly been impressive on the books at Leuven, Belgium. Got Valencia's El Aoud, the captain, to his left, and Chelsea's Rabaj to his right. It's making for very exhilarating front three. Egypt want to show similar. Well, there's frustration there for Abdel Wahab. He wanted the ball back. It didn't come. There's just a few problems for the young Pharaohs in white. Egypt drew 0-0 with Ethiopia. So at the moment, the only result that would see them go out is if Ethiopia can get ahead against Tunisia. 1-0 scoreline for Ethiopia, including this result, would mean they would go above the Pharaohs on goal difference. As for now, results being they're safe. Good strength from Zimbi, who seems to be okay after his earlier knock. Some very light calls for a penalty. Of course, we do have the football support system. FVS, football video support. And the referee can decide he wants another look at something. If it's something like a factual of offside, as we saw, and Moustache, his goal was checked. The fourth official can take care of that for the referee from the screen on the side of the pitch between the two benches. And 2 cards apiece for the coaches. It's long As their challenges are successful, they'll keep them. Otherwise, unsuccessful ones, they will lose them. So starting with 2, but only for major decisions. There is a goal, red card, penalty. And what a run this is from Sudi, the Toulouse defender. Goes down in the box, he now gets hit by his own teammate. El Aoud trying to fire through. Well, just stepping forward and going on a merry dance. Just held up there. Finally, a challenge in from Salem. Hassan Abdel coming across, but then Sudi letting his defensive nature come into play, and more like a frustrated goalkeeper after frustrated defender roaming forward. Sudi currently Toulouse under 19 side. Through the system he did join up with France under 16s, but I've been a regular with the under 17 Morocco side since February 2025. For those ones played at the under 17 AFCON, but did not get selected for the World Cup as the free kick sneaks by. 30 minutes gone. And ambitious, certainly. Centre back, Ahmed Youssef taking it on. El Mash looking overly stressed. Mohamed Moustache whistling as he was set free by Rabaj. Now looks to challenge for the ball. The Egyptian bench calling for a card. It's never a great look. Osman El Said going down and feeling something on the head. Oh, it's unfortunate. He skipped over Tari. Fortunately, Said is okay. So earlier today, Cameroon by goal to nil. That was enough to see them qualify second behind Cote d'Ivoire to their 2-2 draw with Uganda. The latter taking third spot, so they'll be in the World Cup playoff. Cameroon and Cote d'Ivoire move on with our DR Congo knocked out. Group A turn to finish up to Group B. Of course, Group C and Group D will be decided tomorrow. Tanzania already qualified with 2 wins from 2. Mali, Mozambique and Angola all fighting it out for second and third, just 1 point between the 3. And in Group D, it's very tight. Algeria top with 4. South Africa and Senegal both with 3 points apiece. Ghana with just the single point. Here, Morocco lead by goal to nil. And Egypt hit back as they did in qualifying ultimately did fall to defeat. Terrific run. The under-17 World Cup, beaten in the end by Brazil. In the quarterfinals, Portugal would eventually win their first U-17 World Cup crown. Of course, there'll be a rematch, but in the Senior World Cup between Morocco and Brazil at the group stage. Egypt looking to hit back. Block, just taking any sting off the effort. Good drive. Strike from Ziri. Get a bit of luck there, this Amalek youngster. Better from Egypt as El Said skips inside, taken down. Wonderful play. Rabaj just clipping the winger. Kandi hit back despite being second best. Egypt only trail by one. Yusuf swings it into a great area. Just when the ball was there, and a free header. Hassan couldn't quite readjust. Yeah, I think it's off his shoulder, potentially. He does head it, but easily clearing the bar. Just couldn't quite read the flight of the ball, but that's pinched back by the young Pharaohs. A superb defending though. Tadi, making sure El Ziri couldn't get away, but in the end, Morocco frustrated. It's gone for a corner kick. Ahmed Sawat. Ziri certainly won't mind. Short corner. Back to Egypt's number 10. Swings it in. Dangerous ball. And they keep it alive here with Gamal, but he's given it away. Does so well to win it back because it could have been a break for Morocco. The two sevens at loggerheads. But Egypt come away with it. The ball just missing out its target, and Rabaj trying to get Moustache in again. Brilliant defending from Hassan. And it could have been a real disaster in the back. End-to-end stuff. As this lively rivalry is heating up. A highly enjoyable watch it is. Well, that's given away. Unfortunate. Bounce back their way, and now they look to make Egypt pay. Chance to drill it across. Skipping, dancing. Brilliant front. Zimbi. Oh, and just when Rabaj thought he could leave it for someone else, the white shirt behind him, and now Egypt are in. What an opportunity the other end. Solomon! What a recovery challenge. And the big moment has come and gone for the Pharaohs. Well, what a ball this is. And from the halfway line, he won the foot race. In the end, what a recovery challenge it is. Not giving up on it. And Mamoul saving the day. Just when it looked to be his moment, Mohamed Solomon. Remains Morocco 1, Egypt 0. Mentioned that Morocco, actually their opener will be against Brazil in Group C, but plenty of excitement in Group G, where Egypt will take on Belgium, Iran and New Zealand. Salah hoping to lead the Faroes to a merry dance in North America. You saw the bottom of your screen, reminder of the current situation in the group. It remains a situation that Egypt be okay with, but the fact that an Ethiopian goal could put them out, not resting on their laurels. They've proven they can cut through this Moroccan side. It's been a little bit braver, a little bit more competitive. It was a little bit too easy for the Atlas Cubs in the first half an hour. Contest warming up nicely. Just over 5 minutes before the halftime break. Lovely touch in turn, but that's an even better challenge, although the referee hasn't agreed. Made up such great yardage there to put the challenge in Fuda. To have won the ball cleanly. Really take the benefit of the doubt. There's going to be FPS here, video support checking. Not sure what the check's for. We'll just find out now. So there is a card in the fourth official's hand. That means there is one from one of the coaches. And is it that Morocco wants a penalty? I don't imagine we're going to see much from here. Abdel Hassan certainly wrestling with Moustache, the Portuguese coach of the young Atlas Cubs, Pereira, having made the challenge. It's the coaches that will make them, not the players. Even if they can obviously scream their opinions at their bench. Feels like it might be a bit of a waste of a challenge, but they've asked the question, and now it's up to our matchday referee to make a decision. Not a great surprise. Abdul Salim Kasim of Nigeria certainly gave it the respect that the challenge deserved, but nothing to be seen there from two players wrestling. So Pereira learning, he's a card down. 2 challenges, down to 1 for Morocco because it was an unsuccessful one. The 1 left for the Atlas Cubs, 2 remaining for the Pharaohs. If during the knockout phases an extra time, an extra challenge will be added, but of course will be just playing the regulation 90 plus stoppage time. As it stands, it's Morocco who lead after Moustache's terrific first time finish, after Rabage's great 1-2 to set him through. Tunisia and Ethiopia remaining goalless in their match. As it is, it's the Ethiopians that can really turn up the pressure on Egypt. They go ahead against Tunisia in the live standings. They would be second, given that they drew. Therefore, it would go to goal difference. Ball over the top. Moustache on the move again. This time, Hussein gets there first. Actually, over simplified it. It would be interesting if Ethiopia were 1 up, only because it would mean Egypt and Ethiopia would both have 2 goals scored, 2 conceded, 4 points each. Of course, they drew with each other. So it could get more complicated, but it also does mean Egypt can't afford risking a heavy defeat to Morocco. Hussein's intervention there, all the more important. The match itself, importantly, in what could eventually be deciding factors of who qualifies out of Group A. At the moment for Morocco, simply put, they would have to concede twice, and Tunisia win their game to risk heading out of the competition. Of course, Morocco and Egypt guaranteed at the very minimum third place. An opportunity to qualify for the Under-17 World Cup via a playoff. That is not something either nation will want to ponder. Mohamed Moustache, joint top scorer from Pereira's side with his second of the tournament. So far they've shown more and more of what we expect in terms of being one of the major favourites. One of the big performers that have impressed. Tanzania, certainly a side well worth checking out. Egypt get the decision. Now we have just 2 minutes added on at the end of a very entertaining first half. Both teams trying to make things happen. It just happens that Morocco, the ones who had that huge moment of class, quick, incisive passing, from one end to the other, and a 1-0 lead. This little ball back from Adidi. Trying to take the sting out of things as Moustache blocks it. And the ball's played over the top. What a chance for two! And it's taken with a block. Well, Mohamed Moustache and Imran Talai were the ones to turn a 1-0 scoreline into a 2-1 victory over Ethiopia. And the two have both struck here in the first half as Morocco lead Egypt by 2-0. What a huge goal that could prove to be. Morocco look assured of top spot in Group A at this early stage, but it's Moustache blocking the ball back to El Aoud. The captain lifted it over, and Talai, who stepped into the starting 11 after being a match-winning substitute on Matchday 2. He doesn't want to lose his starting jersey. Cool as you like to slot home as Hussein, and Morocco in control. Bad news for Egypt. If Ethiopia can lead against Tunisia, as it is, it's Morocco and Egypt who are on course for the quarterfinals and a place in the Under-17 World Cup in Qatar. Tunisia will finish in third place for the playoff, but things can change. And now, 1-0 victory for Ethiopia could make it curtains. The Under-17 AFCON for Egypt. The half-time whistle sounds. It's been competitive, but Morocco have had the edge, and their goal scorers from Matchday 2 have struck again, but they didn't wait until the second half. Rabaj slipping through Moustache with a wonderful 1-2 touch-in, and then Talai released by El Aoud, after a good layoff from Moustache. And the young Pharaohs with a mounting to climb as the Atlas Cubs have gone into a commanding 2-0 halftime lead. with an early change as they look to try and change the script that for the moment is not going to knock them out, but it could yet, depending on results elsewhere. Heading off El Said. So 2-0 at the break, Morocco through Moustache and Talai. The creative hubs, Rabaj and El Aoud, the captain, with the assists. Try to take their time. Morocco looking to rush to get forward. So Morocco leading by 2-0. Morocco leading. Egypt need the results in the other match to go their way. The two changes. Ahmed Soliman had that great chance blocked off when he was sent through from the halfway line. Number 9's head off, as well as number 13, Othman El Said. Well, this is an opportunity right on as substitutes who have come on. For 17, Delaziz Khaled Said of El Ali. Another from the self-named couple of the century. Also, Ziad Sudi Omar, wearing number 14. It was El Mukhtin, who was sent flying, and a booking for Toulouse's Sudi. Hoping he's back to his feet and he can really put the pressure on El Bash, the Moroccan goalkeeper. So still goalless between Tunisia and Ethiopia. They're just a couple of minutes ahead of this match. The important the finale. As things stand, both these nations going through the knockout phase. But Egypt don't want to look to others. Can they hit back right at the start of the second half? Morocco clear, and then the follow-up is well, looked to be well away and over. Almost curled into a pass. Galam clipping it in. Then it's a long way away from Fouda. Dangerous ball out that hasn't worked out. Great strength shown to protect the ball. Salwan, though, again, didn't have faster plays. Moustache felt he kept it in. The referee and linesman disagree. He thought he was clipped by Eloud. Young Pharaoh's getting on with it. And early pressure is what they need. More than that, they need goals. Now, as things stand, the hosts Morocco will face off against Cameroon on the 24th of May, an 8 p.m. kickoff local time. As a wonderful break kick out of nowhere has brought Egypt back into the match. Outrageous! And what a moment for Ziad Sudioma. The young Pharaohs, with this looping cross, seemed to be set for the defence, but a bicycle kick driving Egypt to half the deficit and produce a firecracker at the start of the second half. That could be a vital goal. So in getting Egypt back into the contest. He just made contact with Memur and then produced the improvisation which made this 2-1. This could be bad news. El Mokadin injured for a free kick that really started the pressure. He's been forced off. The moment Egypt down to 10, but Ziad Sudi with an outrageous finish. One of the goals of the tournament. And it is Morocco 2, Egypt 1. Morocco were just going to try and see through the half. This will have forced them to try and rediscover their best with the first half, but Egypt suddenly with their tails up. Lovely little reverse. And the ball played across. Oh, we didn't need a tap in. El Mash with a vital touch. Otherwise, that was 2-all. We're still waiting to get Adam Ghazali on. The ball comes to near post. Tough finish, but looking for that top corner. Didn't think there was a handball in all this. Now you can see just pulling his hand away. Was the Starabaj, but he's going to take a chance on a challenge here. Unless they
in the dressing room from that news that you're going to be working with Xabi Alonso next season?
Yeah, excited. Top bonus, so yeah, really excited.
Obviously, still work to do this campaign. Do you sense though perhaps it's added a little extra motivation now to this dressing room that he's going to be watching our mates' plans for what's ahead?
usanga ibyintu bibamariye gukora ubuzima bava muri itsinda muzamukora mu kazi babyeyi itsinda mutwe kugenda ngo uruze ngo kunyamata byose byose ni cyangwa abantu bagira ikintu bireba kugeza ubu twibazaga ku cy'amafuru bamusoro birenda hafi yose hoteli iyo badashoza abantu bayitera mu rugo iyo badatera mu rugo barayirenze kandi abantu birazatse barebera tuyigire nta mayoga n'ijya mu gusa kabisa abasore batanu bameze neza cyane yewe Cedric Sadahari cyane kumwe na Alain Ruberwa arahari cyane kumwe kandi na Fabulous arahari cyane ndamubona neza cyane ni kwa kundi nyine ni bwa buryo bwe
ahubwo tuzumubwira ati muri weekend se cyangwa tubikore kwa gatatu ntabwo araza akazi kabaye kenshi araje za Arsenal zimwereka nashe kuvuga ndi wowe simva nkaho yakuvugije se ashobora kuba amaze iminsi akorera ishuri rya nimugoroba ashobora kuba yagiye mu ishuri ntiyahise ajya kuzimwiriza Arsenal ko kuri punchline naho hashobora kuba harimo ari nese kare wambwiye ko yari yagiye country njye rero nari nishyizemo punchline ntibishoboka kabisa arambwira ngo arabura nk'iminota 40 cyangwa agasaha arumva rero n'ubundi ayo masaha yari kuba yayisoje aho kurwanya utundi tuntu twambuka muhamagara igihe nari namuhamagaye ntiyayifata ariko hashize nk'isaha imwe n'igice gutya se hari iyindi wabimubwira kuko Bournemouth n'ubundi bizarangira ikurusha ariko niyo wayitsinda repo ishobora kuyibona za EPS n'izihari za Carabao ariko ninde wabonye wanga ino mikino y'i Burayi kuko Vince aba yasize imikino y'i Burayi sitwaye iki si igikombe mu bindi ko kandi noneho umuntu ajyamo muri favore cyane ntabwo twubatse ntabwo nyine Chelsea yubakitse ku buryo yongera kujya muri ziri igiye gukompeta ubwo ntabwo iracyari hasi kabisa hariya nk'iyo uri ikipe nk'iri uhita wisangamo mani iba igomba kuzarekura hamwe tu
kuko n'ubundi nanone iravuga ati Premier League natwe ntituyiherutse tuyibonye ntiyatugwa nabi ibintu nk'ibyo ngibyo, ikavuga ati wenda birashoboka deni muri izi ligue rero ibonye bitari kuvamo n'ubundi ishobora gusitikinga ahantu hamwe.
abandi badatwishyura batwishyuye.
cyagezemo nari ndangayeho Richarlison. Ese yewe ni itsinda iminota
Umuntu ashongera arebe ndimo nanarushye nigira irangire.
23 hours.
They'll have a chance to earn a place at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Now there's an offside. Tense moments. Only another Ethiopian goal would knock Egypt out, or this defeat will be a hurt to their pride, but nothing much more. There is a full-time whistle. Well, Egypt are waiting for the full-time result in Ethiopia, but one thing is clear. Morocco have won again, and they have topped Group A, but how they had to fight to hold on to the 2-0 lead they'd established in the first half. Moustache and Delay again netting, this time in the first half. But what an introduction from Zaid Sudi Omar. An overhead kick to beat El Mash straight after the halftime break. But in the end, despite all the pressure, they couldn't hit back. It's ended here. Morocco 2, Egypt 1. As things stand, both are qualifying for the quarterfinals. But we're waiting for a full-time whistle in the match between Ethiopia and Tunisia. Well, all smiles for Bentaleb, who's taken the Man of the Match award as he finished with the captain's armband after El Aoud was substituted.
It was beautiful. في النقلة ولا في العطية؟ ذاك الماتش كان مزيان الحمد لله، ربحنا هدية مهمة، والحمد لله دابا دزنا كوب دو موند. دابا ان شاء الله نمشيو باش نلعبوا الماتش ان شاء الله، نمشيو للكرة ان شاء الله. الحمد لله كلشي خاطر دار الجهد ديالو باش نغلبوا هذا الماتش، والحمد لله ربحنا هذا الماتش وهذه مهمة بزاف.
So as mentioned, a great result to get through to the quarterfinals, but even